Let's think about this for a moment. When you think about Canada's permanent residency process, what's the first word that comes to your mind? Stressful? Complicated? Maybe even overwhelming, right? And absolutely, it's a no secret that Canada's PR process has a reputation for being extremely tough. And whoever probably maybe migrating to a different country would probably go through a similar scenarios. Whether it's endless paperwork, those dreaded language tests, or proving every penny in your bank account, it can feel like you are jumping through the hoops. But here's the thing, have you ever stopped to wonder why the process is so strict, or even getting stricter for now? And more importantly, how this could actually be a good thing for you. Stick with me because by end of this video, you might just change the way you see the PR process. And who knows, you might even appreciate it. Let's start with the question, how many of you have sat staring at your PR application portal thinking, what is this so complicated? Been there, done that. From providing educational assessments to providing your work experience and proving it with reference letters, it feels like they are asking for your whole life story. And let's not even talk about how long the wait times can be at every stage of the process. But here's the important thing, Canada isn't being strict just to make life difficult for applicants, because the system is designed to carefully select people who are not only qualified but also well prepared for life in Canada. It's about ensuring that newcomers succeed and integrate into society pretty smoothly, right? And think of it this way, Canada is like a chef preparing the perfect recipe, and every ingredient matters to make that perfection. And if you rush it, the dish won't come out right. Do you agree with me? And that's exactly how it is. Let's talk about this example where if you're an individual trying to move to Canada, even before you land, you have to prove your English proficiency, and at the time, you have to put in a lot of hours of practice, sleepless nights, and also handle the pressure for taking that exam. But once you get here, you realize how much easier it probably is for you to find a job or communicate confidently because you already built those language skills during the PR process. So by the time you arrive in Canada, you're already better equipped for the challenges of living in a new country. It's like simply going through a boot camp where or before a big marathon and you are ready to hit the ground running. Raise your hand if proving proof of funds felt like the hardest part of the process. Yeah, so same here. But here's the thing, this requirement ensures that you are not landing in Canada financially vulnerable, whether it's paying for rent, groceries, or even a winter jacket. Because trust me, Canadian winters don't mess around, and anything that you might buy in your home countries may not be useful here, not in all weather conditions. But you will have that peace of mind if you buy something here, and and we come across individuals who state that okay, I didn't have to show proof of funds, but they've landed in Canada with barely enough savings. And that requirement made him prioritize saving and budgeting, which turned out to be a lifesaver when they landed into the Canada. And let's also talk about the work experience. One of the biggest requirements for PR is proving your professional background, right? While it feels like a hassle to chase down employees for reference letters, this step has an unexpected perk. It helps you build a network before you even land in Canada. Because there are people who always try to connect with the old bosses back in India to get a letter for a PR application. And during the process, the networks obviously open up where the ones who are working in India may have a network in Canada, they can easily connect with you. And that eventually happens for you to probably might open up an opportunity in Canada with those dots opening up, right? And now let's talk about the background checks. I know it feels invasive to provide police clearances from every country you have lived in for 6 months or more, but think about the bigger picture. Canada is making sure it's creating a safe environment for everyone, including you and your family. And especially the families who move from a high crime area, and they told me how comforting it was to know that Canada does everything it can to maintain safety. It's one thing less to worry about when you're starting a new chapter. There are some leakage points, but of course, I think they're working on it to fix those gaps. But every country would have such leakages because of whatever reasons, and I'm not getting there. Now, you may be thinking about why does it take so long? Believe me, I get it totally. Every individual's timelines vary, and waiting for your application to be processed can feel like watching the paint dry. But here's something to think about. Would you rather have a fast but careless process or a slower, more thorough one? And Canada's process takes time because they are investing in people. They're evaluating not just your qualifications, but also your potential to succeed and contribute. And let's be honest, knowing that you were selected for such a rigorous process makes getting that PR card feel so much more rewarding. And trust me, I've been there. And that's one of the beautiful cards that I've received so far. And it's definitely a confidence booster. And here's something that no one talks about: how the PR process boosts your confidence. When you clear every hurdle, aced the test, and proved your worth, you realize, wow, I can do this. That feeling of accomplishment stays with you and motivates you to tackle new challenges in Canada. And all this process and the timelines teaches you patience, perseverance, and adaptability, right? So those are some of the skills that you will need in Canada or in the work environment, no matter what. So whether it's adjusting to the job market or adapting to the culture, you've already built the mental toughness to succeed. Yes, Canada's PR process is certainly tough, but it's tough for a reason. It's setting you up for a success, helping you arrive prepared, and ensuring that your transition is as smooth as possible. And while it might be frustrating in that moment, you have to remember you're not just earning a visa, you're earning an opportunity to build a new life in one of the most welcoming countries in the world. So keep going, you got this. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on navigating life in Canada. I'll see you in the next one, and thank you for watching Details.